Yeah, it's me, the master of the Tornado DDT, Fuego Del Sol, and you are watching and listening to the 3 Count Podcast.
Welcome everybody to another great edition of the 3 Count Podcast presents Now Entering the Ring. I'm your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller, as always, and today we actually have someone on the roster. So with us on the roster, he is my longest running friend. We are both veterans of this country. That's right, we've both served overseas and we've been back front. So here we are, and this is what we do now. We just like to do around interviews. So give it up for my best friend, Lou, the franchise.
What up, what up, what up? So excited for tonight.
So this is Now Entering the Ring, which means one thing, we have a special guest for you. This man can be found on AEW. You can find him on VIP Proving Grounds, HMW, New Texas, World Class DFW, RCW, WWE, Impact, and of course with Riot. So you can also catch this man with the views. All the views. He just needs the motherfucking views. And you can find him for the low price of $9.95 on Cameo. He is the master of the Tornado DDT. Give it up for Fuego Del Sol.
What's up? Hell of an intro, and you got it right. The only thing you could possibly add is maybe Cody Rhodes' best friend. But besides that, I feel like it was perfect.
Hey, right on, man. Thank you for coming on the show with us.
Hey, man, no problem. Happy to be here. Thank you guys for your service as well.
Oh, man.
Thank you.
So let's not play around, man. I just got to know, who is Fuego Del Sol?
Oh, man, I'm a Southern kid that fell in love with Lucha Libre at a young age, and now I'm doing my thing, traveling the world when I can, and trying to make the most of professional wrestling. I love it. I live it. I breathe it. This is what I was put on earth to do, and I will continue to do that to the best of my ability until these fans won't have me anymore.
I don't see that happening for a long time. Like, you're just a lightning bolt, man. Like, just watching and just seeing and knowing some of the names that you have been in the ring with, man. I'm just like, bro, like, there's no way that this man's star doesn't get dimmered anytime soon.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. That's what the goal is. Keep going. Keep getting bigger. Keep spreading this wildfire all over the world.
So one of the things that I've known is, like, everybody has like this unique way of like getting into the business. So what brought you into the business, and like what keeps you motivated in the business?
Well, I started a YouTube channel when I was 14 years old called KBW Wrestling. It was just us kids in the backyard wrestling on a trampoline, and a few of those videos went viral. And we started making money off of YouTube when I was 17 years old, and I was averaging around almost like $2,000 a month just doing this at 17, 18 years old. And I thought it kind of really hit me then. I was like, wait a minute, if I can do this on a trampoline and make this much money, why not try to do this for real? I think if I was creative enough and passionate enough to do this to make money at this age, why can't this be a career for me going forward? I've always loved wrestling. My dad was a giant wrestling fan from the moment I can remember. We've been watching wrestling. And so then to just transition, I felt like it was just the only thing I ever really loved enough to I wanted to chase it. I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up, but it kind of all clicked around 15, 16, 17 years old. And then I went to buy a ring from this guy to try to kind of almost start training myself. And he was like, I don't feel comfortable selling a ring, but I definitely would hook you up with the right people to train with. And so me and a couple other of my buddies that wrestled with me in the backyard, we started training 3-4 times a week and just dedicating ourselves for 3 months until we finally debuted in May of 2014. So 7 years almost, killing it, trying to grind to make this a reality.
Damn. All right, Lou, it's up to you, man. You got a couple questions.
Fuego, my brother. Hey, first question is, what is it like working with Cody and Sammy on their vlogs?
Well, first and foremost, I got to say that this is just the most fun I've ever had in my career. The vlogs that comes out every Tuesday, a new one just dropped this morning. We have to make sure to plug it to let everybody know to catch it every single week because we need the views. It is the best. So going to AEW is already a once in a lifetime dream and great opportunity that has come true for me that I love to do. But then to make it even more fun to film these vlogs every week with these incredible people. These two men, both Sammy and Cody, work extremely hard. They're hilarious. They're multi-talented. So to see and to get to hang out with them and to witness this firsthand and to make this just some hilarious entertainment, I could not be more thrilled to know these guys and to be a part of this, what we're building right now. I'm just enjoying the ride as we go at this moment.
Absolutely. All right. So my next question for you is what's the worst bump you've taken?
Ooh, I have taken it's simple enough, but it was just on a concrete floor. It was a body slam on the floor, and it was every bit of a body slam as you can give. There was no one lightened up on it. He just gave me a body slam on the floor, and it was one of my fourth matches ever. And I just remember I was like, oh, welcome to the wrestling business, because I'm gonna have some back pain for the next few weeks, man. My lower back, my hip, my tailbone was just crushed taking this body slam on the floor. I've definitely took some crazy bumps. I took a poison rana on the apron, which is wild. I've been not caught on some dives, missed my target. So those suck too. But the one that sticks out of my mind is definitely that body slam.
All right. Awesome. My next question is, who has hit you the hardest?
Ooh, who has hit me the hardest? I mean, the one that's fresh in my mind is the match that is airing tonight on AEW Dark. It just aired. It was us with Luchasaurus. I took a shot in the corner where he just busted my lip, and you can see it right before I go for my dive that my mouth is all busted open. But Luchasaurus has got a heavy right hand. But the hardest person to ever hit me, man, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Frankie Kazarian definitely lays those clotheslines in when you take it from him. Destroys you with some clotheslines. But if I had to say, it's probably Gino from MLW. He's known big in Texas as well. But Gino Medina, he super kicked me one time so hard that it rocked me out. I saw stars. I definitely felt maybe I got concussed in that match. There's video of that on my Instagram as well. But Gino Medina just destroyed me with a kick, and I'll probably never forget that one for sure.
Oh gosh. One of my last questions. What made you fall in love with the tornado DDT?
Oh man, that's such a funny story as well, because I've always been a giant DDT fan. Even back in my backyard days, I used to call myself the master of the DDT. And when I first started wrestling, a tornado DDT was one of my signature moves. And when I first started wrestling out, you go and you meet these people who have different websites and Wikipedia sites, and they asked me what one of my signature moves was, so I said this. And I rarely do tornado DDTs anymore. I've been doing moonsault DDTs a lot on the indies, but like the old school Rey Mysterio style. But when Cody Rhodes was doing one of the vlogs, he looked me up and saw one of those old Wikipedia posts, and just out of nowhere, on the fly, called me the master of the tornado DDT, and it stuck. And so since then on, I've worked on it, and I've mastered it. I've done so many DDTs. I have so many different ways I can hit it to go into it. And if Cody Rhodes loves it, why? How do you not love it? When you see the signal, you know what's coming, the tornado warning.
Absolutely. All right, my last question for you, brother. What is that one meal after your performance, after a match, that you want your favorite?
Man, I don't know. I don't have a go-to meal, but I'll tell you this. Most recently, I had right before the show, me and Griff Garrison ordered Chipotle, and I got a chicken queso burrito with black beans and some white rice. And I never even eaten Chipotle before, but I remember it just being after a long night of wrestling, after getting put through a table by the big LG, Doc Gallows. It was the best tasting burrito I think I've ever eaten. Oh my goodness, it was delicious. So just right now, fresh in my mind, that Chipotle burrito, it might be a go-to from now on.
Absolutely.
Oh,
all right, thank you.
Oh
No problem.
man, that table spot, man. I was like, oh, I felt it.
No.
I felt it for you. I was like, oh, my back.
I'm just trying to help out. John Moxley, running there, dude. I saw my friends Brian and Griff just get beat up, and before I can even hit the apron, boom, knocked down, and then picked up and slammed through a table. I wish I could have got to enjoyed the maybe reunion of the BC, you know, the old school Bullet Club, but I was licking my wounds on the outside. Doc was checking on me at the moment. They might have had some too sweet in the ring, but it was not too sweet for me sitting out there on the floor.
Hey, so real quick, man. I know every personality that's a part of the business, right? Whether you're an announcer, you're a ring, your commentator, manager, rest worker, whatever it is, everybody has one of these, and I want to know what yours is. So, give me one of your favorite fan interactions.
Oh man, I just love the kids, bro. I love the kids so much. I feel like they relate to me on such a way. They love the mask. So getting to hang out with kids. I got to make one kid's day, and he got to get up in the ring at the end of the show, and we were just playing around and having a great time. And so having that, just knowing that, hey, they'll maybe grow up and say, hey, I got to roll around in the ring with Fuego Del Sol, and we just had it's a memory, making memories that last a lifetime with kids. Like even just recently, last week on the vlog, I got to get destroyed by a kendo stick from -1, Brody Lee Jr. And that's just something that it warms my heart to know that I can maybe make a young kid's day and make his life a little bit brighter than maybe it once was. And so anything involving the kids, man, I just love it. I try to make sure I go out of my way to be as nice and as genuine and friendly to them as possible, take as many pictures as possible, because I know when I was a kid growing up, I thought just wrestling and wrestlers were the coolest thing in the world. And I hope to be that for someone growing up one day.
Facts, man, facts. So then my last question for you before we jump into this greatest segment of all time, what is some advice that you would give to up-and-coming wrestlers?
Oh, I get this a lot on just messages on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. And so I like to tell people to make sure you get to a good school. Getting to a good school is the biggest thing. So like getting to a good trainer that can get you around and get you into multiple different promotions. It's like, that's a giant thing you need to do, because some people like to just trap you and take your money and steal you and let you only work for one promotion once a month. And it kind of just gets you stuck and stagnant, and it doesn't fully train you the way you need to be trained. The more people you get to work with, the better you become. So I say, get to a good school with a credible trainer that can get you to different promotions and get you all around. And then just be dedicated. Don't miss it. If money is a struggle for you, save up, work, grind. Because if you can't grind to get where you want to be, you'll never make it in this business. So save up, grind, and get to a good school.
That, man, I appreciate that. That's great. That's great advice. So now it's time to get into the best segment of this show. This is the world famous 3-count podcast, 10-count questions. Fuego, this is how it's going to go. We're going to ask you 10 questions, rapid fast. Whatever's the first thought that comes to mind, that will be your answer. So, are you ready?
I was born ready.
Let's do this. Put the imaginary timer on the clock. Ding! And here we go. 3 things that you need on a deserted island.
Ooh, I need a private chef to cook me whatever I want. I want a I mean, I know it's not a person, but I definitely, chef to cook that knows what he's doing. I need a toolkit so I can use it, whatever I can to build whatever I need to build me. And a good radio, just so I can listen to music while I'm doing all this thing. I know I want to have some entertainment while I'm there. So give me some good food, something I can make some shelter with, and a good radio, and I'll be set for life.
Bet. Let's go with favorite TV show.
Ooh, favorite TV show of all time, gotta be Game of Thrones. That's something I love. And then if we're going comedy, I'm a big Golden Girls and How I Met Your Mother fan as well. So gotta hit those as well. But I can go TV shows all day. I'm just a giant TV fan, giant movie fan. So, but those are just some that stick out immediately as some of my favorite of all time.
Bet. All right. So what's one place that you haven't wrestled that you want to wrestle in?
Ooh, Japan. I've never been to Japan. I want to wrestle in Japan as well as the UK. Both of those are 2 that I need to mark off my list. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Canada. But yeah, Japan and the UK is 2 places I feel like I absolutely got to get to really say you made it as a wrestler.
Bet. Favorite movie?
The Lion King of all time. It's got to be the Lion King, man. When Mufasa dies, it gets me every time. I'll go animated version, but I mess with the live action version too. I fuck with it.
All right. Favorite color?
Green.
Hey. Batman or Superman?
Batman. Just because it's more realistic. I gotta. It's too generic. Superman's too generic.
Hey. I'm not gonna argue with that. Friday night, what you doing?
Oh man, just give me a good movie. But most of the time, you'll catch me at a show. I want to be wrestling on a Friday night. I just feel like it's time to get this weekend started. But yeah, give me a good movie, a good sports show, good anything. But like just hanging out with the boys. I'll take anything.
Bet. Favorite podcast?
Oh man, I jump around constantly, but definitely Kind of Funny. If you look up Kind of Funny, it's called the Kind of Funny podcast.
Yep.
Big fans of them. I'm also messing with the New Day podcast heavy right now. Um, Flagrant 2 with Andrew Schultz, and then Joe Rogan podcast as well. I mess with those heavy as well. I listen to a lot of different podcasts, but yeah, Kind of Funny podcast for sure at the moment.
Definitely have to go and peep that because I know I started listening to them and then I kind of faded off for a little bit, so I'm gonna get back into it. All right.
Yeah.
Nominate somebody you want to see on this podcast.
Ooh, let's go Gino Medina. I like Gino, and he's making his way up the MLW ranks. Let's go Gino Medina for sure.
And then last but not least, this is my favorite question to ask every single wrestler that comes on this podcast. Favorite curse word?
I mean, how do you not go fuck, bro? It's fuck, bro. You gotta. Yeah. It can be used as a verb, as a noun, as an exclamation, as an adjective. You can use it any way you want. So it's the best.
You can put that right in the middle of a word. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. You can use it in any way possible. It works so many different ways.
Well, Fuego, that is the 10-count question. So the last thing I need from you, good sir, is to let our viewers and our listeners know where they can find you.
Well, you did a good job talking about it at the front of the show, but I'll definitely say you can find me on Twitter at KBW_Cage. That's a nod to my backyard days. At Instagram is at Fuego Del Sol _. Don't forget the underscore. On Pro Wrestling Tees, and grab you a Tornado DDT t-shirt, Pro Wrestling Tees /Fuego Del Sol. On Cameo, me and Cody Rhodes right there for the low price of $9.95. And then every single week on Sammy Guevara's blog, every Tuesday, make sure you're there watching it because we need the motherfucking views. But yeah, just search up Fuego Del Sol on all platforms. You'll probably find me there, and I'll be posting content weekly.
Bet. Well, there you have it. Okay, so this is the 3-Count Podcast presents Now Entering the Ring. I'm your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller, here with Lou the Franchise. And of course, like I said, this is Now Entering the Ring, which means this is a special episode with Fuego del Sol. And you guys know the drill, so be there for the next episode, or psych, just stay right here and check out the next episode. Peace. What's going on, 3-Count Nation? I'm Clifford Red Dog Miller with the catchphrase. But what I really want to do right now, go to twitter.com, right? Go over there, find us at the 3count_pod, give us a follow, give us a like, give us a comment. We want to talk to you guys. Go to IG at the 3Count Pod. Give us a like, give us a follow, leave us a comment. We want to interact with you. Go to youtube.com, give us a subscribe, turn the bell on, turn the notifications, leave a comment. We want to talk to you. Go to anchor.fm /the 3Count Podcast, and in there, you can leave us a message, and we will talk to you. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is that we want to talk to you. We want to have fun with you guys, and we love listening to what you guys have to say. Also, one thing I need you to do for me, the 3Count Podcast also has merchandise. Oh! At prowrestlingtees.com /the 3Count Pod. Please go buy our t-shirts. We love you guys, and we hope you love us too. So show us some support, please.